Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2025. Well, it's another year and we have plans for this year and I have my own plans. My plan is that this is going to be a no-buy year where I'm going to spend and save meaningfully in 2025. So last year, 2024, the first half of my year was a no-buy year and that was really successful. I'm going to make sit-down videos where I'm going to tell you a bit more about how that went. And I will make sit-down videos to let you know how 2025 is going regarding a no-buy year. I want to save a lot of money and I'm calling you out. You like to spend money, you spend on the coffees, you spend on the clothes, you spend on the bags, you spend on all of that. You might be thinking that I like bags as well, yes, and I do have a lot of old videos that I have recorded concerning bags and all of that, which I would post at some point, so I do not want you to think that I would never post videos about bags. I do not buy bags every day. I actually buy bags when I've had a no-buy time. So what that means is I would have a period of time when I buy nothing and then I'll reward myself with something meaningful. So that's what my no-buy looks like. It's not a no-buy where I become so stingy and I do not spend any money on myself at all. I do not reward myself. And I actually just save and save and save and lose, the desire to actually live life. No, that's not what my no-buy is about. My no-buy is about having a goal and sticking to it and using my savings for something meaningful and yes, rewarding myself. So I think I made a video where I had this particular bag on my channel, where I bought a bag that I posted on my channel and I said to you, I normally reward myself. So if I've had a big win, I will use some of that money to reward myself. So that's what my no-buy looks like. So why do I have a no-buy here? It is obvious, to save money. Sometimes you're just spending on so many meaningless things that you look back through the year and you haven't bought anything significant. You haven't used your money for anything that you can point your hand to. You've just been buying a lot of meaningless things. It might be that you want to pay off a debt. It might be that it's just the savings that you want. It might be that you want to buy a house. It might be that you want to put towards put a lot of money towards your retirement. It might be that you want to invest. I'll let you know in another video why I do a no-buy. But really, I've always been frugal. I also let you know the first time I was called frugal and how I felt. So we would have proper sit-down videos, but this is just an introduction to my channel of a no-buy year. Because I was thinking last year that I was going to talk to you about a no-buy year, but I thought, what's that going to look like and how many people really want to know about no-buy year? But yes, we will be talking about it because it's helpful to me and a lot of people ask me how I get to meet my targets when it comes to investing, buying a property, saving, buying a bag. It might not be a bag, it might be something else for you. For me, I would only buy something like a bag because I have saved an amount of money. So it's not about me using my savings to buy a bag or maybe as a shoe to you. I don't buy expensive shoes. I buy expensive bags. But that's because I keep those bags. That's because I've worked so hard for them. So what's your no-buy year looking like? Is it you just taking everything from you? Not investing anything in yourself, no enjoyment, no eating out, all of that. For me, all of that is not a big deal. I'm not an eat out person. I'm not someone who goes on a lot of holidays. But this year, I'm going to be going on a lot of holidays. So my no-buy year is going to include holidays because for me, that's an experience. I've only traveled once since the coronavirus. So when I see people who travel every other day, I do not feel like they're overspending. It just depends on what your no-buy year looks like and what overspending looks like for you. Because for me, it's spending with mindfulness. It's being able to gain gratitude for little things. Because with fewer things, you find that you are happier. It's just like if you have an addiction to eating a lot. When you start eating less, you start really being mindful of what you put in your mouth, and you start being really mindful of what you spend on, because you're spending your time buying food that is mindful. It's not just you buying food for the sake of buying, you're just eating everything that you see. So what are the rules to a no-buy year? You can buy food and groceries. For me, I'm traveling this year, so that would not be included in my no-buy year. You can buy medicine, healthcare items. Hopefully we don't need those. You buy the basic hygiene products. Emergency repairs you definitely need to pay for. If something is wrong with your toilet or your sink, you don't need anyone to tell you that you're going to be spending for those. Basic replacements for, essential things that you need to buy. For some people, it's buying uniforms. For some people, it's buying clothes for work. But for me this year, I'm not buying any clothes because I'm done with clothes. I think I have enough clothes to last me the rest of my life, sincerely. I'm not a person who buys trends. So I do not need to buy that burgundy dress or burgundy shoe or green shoe, because I have a lot of burgundy in my wardrobe. I have new things with tags that I haven't worn. And these are things that I've bought even during a no-buy period. So for example, I would go 6 months where I would buy nothing, and then I would have like a £400 spend, a £500 spend, a £600 spend. That might look a lot to some people. It might look like a lot to some people. And believe me, last year I spent so much on clothes that I'm too ashamed to say how much I spent. So obviously, my no-buy will look different from your no-buy, because I'm not going to be buying clothes because I have all of that already. But there are some things that I'm not going to be buying. Like I already said, no new clothes. I'm not going to be buying jewelry. I'm not going to be buying bags. I said to you, if I need maybe a suit for work, I will buy it. But I really don't see why I need a suit for work. I have new jackets. I have new suits, maybe white shirts. I do not like to wear brown shirts to work. If you do not know, I'm a lawyer and I wear white and black. So my white shirt has to be clean. I'm not going to be buying any home goods. No chairs. I bought too many chairs in past years. For me, when I like something, I don't want to use the word obsessive because that's not a word that I like. But if I like chairs, I will buy chairs again, chairs again, chairs. If I like clocks, I will buy clocks again, clocks. I will buy mirrors. I will end up with buying just the same item in different shades, different colors. So that's it. No more plates. No more cups. Please, no more mugs in my house. No more kitchen gadgets. I don't want anything. I don't want to buy secondhand. I don't want to buy new, because some people with no buy say, "Oh, I'm gonna buy. I'll buy secondhand things. I wouldn't buy new things." No, I do not want secondhand. I do not want new things, because what I found is sometimes you think if I buy secondhand, it saves me money, but you end up buying 12 secondhand items that you could just have put the 12 into one and bought something really, really good. No more books. I don't read them, so I'm not buying them. In fact, I'm chucking all of them away. If I want to read books, I would read books online. I'll have audiobooks. My children all have Kindles. I will borrow one of them. No more electronics, no phones, nothing, except my phone breaks, and I'm not looking forward to it breaking. I'm not buying anything, on the impulse. No perfumes. I have a lot of those, but I don't need them. I'm not really a perfume person. I use body mist, but I do have perfume. So I'm not buying anything I do not need. Are you joining me on this? I hope that this is helpful for someone, because I thought that this was something new to myself until last year when I checked the internet and I found that there were other people who do it as well. Well, this wasn't scripted, so I hope that you got something from it. But let's go on this no-buy. You can have a timeline if you want, because for some people, they love to spend money. That gives them happiness. One of my friends actually said to me, "Oh, I love to spend." And it made sense, because she used to go to the shop every other day when she was on maternity leave. And I'll be like, "Why are you always in the shop?" And she said, "It brings me happiness." It is true. It is an addiction. Shopping makes you happy. I found last year that I would buy things when I was stressed, and I would buy clothes, and I would buy more clothes, and I would buy more. But it's different for me now because I have said no buy, and when I say something, I actually follow it to the end. Yeah. If you think that 1 year is going to be too long for you to have a no buy, then you can start with a month. You can start with a week. If you find that you buy a lot of food, you can reduce that. For me, I've never put a cap on food, and a lot of people say to me, but that's not a good thing. I've never gone to the shop with a list. I've never ever done it. And when people go to shops with a list, I do not criticize them, but I don't understand it. Because if I want to go to the shop, I say to myself, I'm going to get milk, I'm going to get bread, and I'm going to get vegetables. Meaning, that's what I'm going to get. It's quite rare that I see something else I want to buy because I don't like shops. I don't like to go to a shop that's organized. So I'm not going to Primark. You would not find me there. I might go in there because I know they have, I feel like they have like the best cottons. So they make very nice, like inner wear. And I know this because when I had children, I used to buy a lot of Marks and Spencer's and Boots overalls, or what do they call them? The Grows. And then one time I went into Primark and I was like, whoa, their cotton is like 100% Egyptian cotton. And I started buying like underwears for the children from Primark. And so I know that they have good stuff. Pajamas, they have good stuff. But it's not my place to go to. And that's not because it's Primark, it's because of the way the shop is laid out. So if I go into a shop and they have like 10 suits that look alike, 12 trousers that look alike, M&S is the same thing. Just know that I'm not going back there. But I found in M&S, I used to buy a particular brand. I don't know if it was a brand or it was like Pauna designing for M&S, if that makes sense. So I would buy Pauna. I don't know if you remember that. They used to have Pauna just because they made different clothes. So you didn't see like 10, 20 there. So I'm the person who would rather shop like in a vintage shop where one dress is one dress than go to a shop that is very organized. So I do well in charity shops, which is crazy because I know that, I've got siblings who would not want to shop in a charity shop. Like my cousin doesn't want to see a charity shop. She's like, why is it so disorganized? Things are everywhere. She doesn't like TK Maxx. She used to feel like they were very disorganized. They're not as disorganized anymore. And, that was because she didn't like to go through different things. Like you see a dress and then you see a skirt and you see a blue dress and a red dress put together. She likes, everything looking the same and you just pick out the small, pick out the medium, pick out the large. That's not me. I like to look. I don't need to buy. I can go into a shop and I'll come out and I haven't bought nothing. I'm that person. I'm that person who walks around the shop, really walks around the shop and comes out after looking at everything and just feels, ooh, that was nice window shopping. So I'm the kind of person who thinks before I buy. So this year is going to make it easier for me to do that as well. I'm going to spend on gifts. So let's be clear. I'm not going into a stingy year. I'm going into a year where I'm intentionally saving for something. I know what that is. And I know that every single pound or penny that comes out of my money that goes for things I do not need, it's money that can go towards my goal. So do you have a goal? Do you have that one thing you want to buy? Even if it's a house, and even if that house costs like £3 million, you need to start saving penny till you get to £3 million. Do not wait to win the jackpot. Do not wait to win the lottery or to hit the jackpot now. Yeah, who's that? I'm making a video. Come on. I'm talking about a no buy year. And hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2025. Well, it's another year and we have plans for this year, and I have my own plans. My plan is that this is going to be a no buy year where I'm going to spend and save meaningfully in 2025. So last year, 2024, the first half of my year was a no buy year, and that was really successful. I'm going to make sit down videos